Welcome to another episode of the Tailgate Talk. Today, got my first guest on. People that don't know, this is Tyler, aka somebody's son, aka the fan of the Prince who was promised.
What?
That's what they call him. That's what Nick Wright calls Trevor.
Prince that was promised.
Mm-hmm. That's what they call Trevor Lawrence, the Prince that was promised.
Prince Popper.
Before we get into Eagle talk, you think he's a good quarterback?
Who, Trevor?
Yes.
You want my unbiased opinion, or you want my Jaguar opinion?
Unbiased opinion.
My Duval.
Unbiased opinion.
My as what you Duval.
Yeah. Duval.
Yo, or you want my real talk? I'm not gonna say I don't like Trevor Lawrence, but he's very mid to me. I've always said that Trevor Lawrence, what saved Trevor Lawrence's career early was the
Urban Meyer hiring and firing?
No. Was the LA Chargers, the playoff game.
Yes.
That's what saved him early.
I agree.
But even in that game, granted, I mean, it was his first playoff appearance. It was his
It was only playoff appearance.
First of all, it was, to this point, his only playoff appearance. But it was his first playoff appearance. And in my opinion, and this is how I always characterize it for him, to me, that was his rookie season. I don't count the Urban Meyer season because
that was his first year with Doug Peterson, right?
Yeah, I don't count his
fair.
first season with Urban Meyer because that was a shit show, bro.
That's fair. So I can agree with that.
I really wish he would have sat his whole rookie season, like completely honest. But it was Urban Meyer. It was what it was. But yeah. So like his second season went to the playoffs. Third season we started good
and got hurt.
Then his fourth season, same shit happened. Last year was his fifth season, I believe. Yeah, last season was his fifth season, and the same shit happened.
So his second real season was the season where he got hurt against the Bengals on Monday night, right?
No, his second real season to me was I forgot what he hurt, but we our season we was at fucking 6-3 or some shit like that, and we was rolling, bro, and it might have been. I think that it was that season.
I felt like
it was that season, but that wasn't the game he really got hurt. It was a game before. No, it wasn't. It was another game that happened, and then they brought him back too early, and he really aggravated it. Then the following season was the Bengals series, the Bengals season.
That two stretch right there, I really felt like really hurt him because I felt like he would have progressed better.
But I mean, but to answer your question holistically, do I feel like he's a good quarterback? Yes, I do. I feel like he's a good quarterback, but to where he should be, I don't feel like he's to where he should be. Truthfully speaking.
Right. We normally talk on this podcast all things Eagles. I wanted to bring you on this topic because I thought I'd find somebody who would disagree with me. The question is, the title of today's episode is, do you think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback?
A top 10?
Yes.
Woo!
That's why I brought
top
you on.
10? Mm-hmm. What are we basing that off of?
All right, so I'm gonna give you the ESPN rankings.
To be completely honest,
I'm gonna give you the ESPN rankings.
I don't want the ESPN rankings. I'm asking you, what are you basing that off of?
Winning when it matters most.
So we're gonna say five criteria.
Yeah.
So winning when it wins most. So clutch. We'll just say
yes.
Clutch.
Stats.
Stats. Okay.
Overall team success. Yes, because the quarterback plays a big part of the team success. Does he not?
Continue.
Record.
That ties in the team.
Oh yeah.
Success,
record against elite quarterbacks.
Against other elite quarterbacks?
Yes.
Okay.
And then who he has around him.
I don't feel like that.
Because there's a point I'm gonna make to that.
Okay. So the first one was what?
Winning when it matters most.
Is he top 10? Winning when it matters most, top 10 quarterback. Yes, I agree with you on that. So clutchness, I give yes. Number 2 was
stats.
Stats.
Mm-hmm.
That's subjective. Because if you say top 10 stats passing wise, no. Top 10 stats running wise, obviously yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 50-50. I'm gonna lean towards no on that.
Okay.
I am a fan of quarterbacks who throw the ball.
Okay.
So
what was it? That was what, 2?
mm-hmm.
3 was against other elite quarterbacks.
Yes, because it's not a lot of other elite quarterbacks. In my opinion.
4 was who we had around him. No, overall record, and then 5 was who we had around him.
Oh, you said team success.
Yeah.
Team success, I feel like, is subjective also, because you could theoretically have a bad quarterback and still have great team success as long as the quarterback does their job.
Fair enough.
So in that capacity, am I going to say he's a top 10 quarterback? Yes, because he does what the fuck he needs to do to win games. And then you said, what was the 5th one?
Who he has around him.
That's subjective.
So here's my thing.
Because you can't really, as a quarterback, it's not like the NBA. You can't really choose who you have.
True. So here's my thing, right?
But overall, I would say this. Top 10 quarterback wise, I will say you can have up your list of what ESPN's list was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you where I feel, or what I feel. Let me put it like this. For me, as a quarterback, do you win in spite of or with whoever you have around you? How efficient are you in winning? Because there's a lot of inefficient quarterbacks that win games. Collectionist. And I would say the 4th probably would be the ability to take over the game.
Okay.
Like, regardless of what the fuck is happening, that no matter what, because I have this person on my team, I have a belief that we're going to win this damn game. So, based off of that, right, I'm going to say this is my list of 10. Because I don't know the list of 10 that ESPN put out, so you can just let me know whether or not who the fuck I'm saying is actually on there.
Okay.
Josh Allen.
He's on there, of course.
Okay.
So Josh Allen is 1.
No, I'm just saying he's on the list. I'm just going to give you 10, if I can even name 10.
Okay.
So Josh Allen's on my list. 2 no. Drake May, no. The Jets quarterback is
Justin Fields.
No, not to me. Burrow, yes. But he's on the fringe because of injuries. I want to say that now. So he's on my list, but he's not. But he's on my list.
Okay.
Cleveland's. I don't know who the fuck Cleveland is.
Right now,
I don't care.
Watson still.
I don't care. Pittsburgh's quarterback
is
Aaron Rodgers. We'll hold on to that. Lamar, yes.
He's on the list as well.
Tennessee's Cam Ward. Never seen him play. Indianapolis, no. Trevor, we're going to come back to him.
CJ Stroud,
we'll come back to him.
Okay.
Denver, Knicks, we'll come back to him. Pat,
of course.
Yes. Vegas,
Geno Smith,
come back to him. Or come back to him.
Justin Herbert, Chargers.
Justin Herbert. And you're saying, what was the term you used? A top 10 quarterback?
Yes.
Justin Herbert, I'm going to say Justin Herbert, I'm going to say yes.
He's on there.
Dallas, Dak, we'll come back to him.
Okay.
Giants, come back. Oh, we don't even know what they have.
They have Russell Wilson right now.
Okay. Jalen Hurts, we'll come back.
And Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels will come back because he's only been in the league for one fucking year. Like I hate when people be like, "Oh, he's a top this quarterback and he's only played one fucking year." Like, shut up. Chicago, come back. Detroit, Jared Goff, yes. I'll give Jared Goff that. So that's how many right now? One.
You had Dak, Lamar.
I didn't say Dak.
And you had Pat, Lamar.
So I had
Josh Allen. And Goff.
Josh Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Pat.
Oh, you say, and you had Justin Herbert.
Did I say Justin Herbert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Josh Allen, Joe, Lamar, Pat, Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's 5.
You just said Goff too, right?
That's 5. Yeah, it's 5.
So Goff is 6.
So Goff is 6.
Okay.
Jordan Love, we'll come back to him.
Okay.
Minnesota, we don't know who their quarterback is. Or JJ McCarthy, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, no. New Orleans, no. Tampa Bay will come back.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 7, right?
No, 6, because we didn't add anybody else from NFC.
Okay.
From the NFC North.
Okay. So we're at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Rams will come back. Arizona.
You don't think Stafford's a top 10 quarterback?
Will come back.
Okay.
Arizona, no.
Purdy
will come back. And then Seattle has
they got
Darnold now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said come back to Purdy. So we have 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You said come back to Purdy, Stroud.
I said Purdy, come back to
C.J. Stroud.
We're gonna go back up. Purdy, Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
Purdy, Stafford.
Arizona.
Purdy, Stafford.
Kyler Murray.
No.
You ain't say Kyler?
Nope. Purdy, Stafford. Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love. Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Dak.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at 7.
Mm-hmm.
CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor.
Mm-hmm. I think you said Aaron Rodgers too.
Aaron Rodgers. 10. And
that was it because
we'll put 2 in there, 11. So I have 11 quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
That have to fit in 4 spots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of those 11, based off of what I said and how I feel about it, Jalen Hurts gets in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jordan Love gets in there.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're at what? 8?
Mm-hmm.
We're at 8 quarterbacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baker gets in there.
At 9.
So we're at 9. And I would say only because of longevity. Purely because of longevity. And I'm going off the past when I make this statement, is Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
But if we're going off present day, if we're saying what have you done for me lately, within the last 4 years, which makes it hard because CJ wasn't in the league. Trevor was a rookie. You can't really count. Denver has a good quarterback in Bo Nix. Bo Nix was a rookie last year, so you can't really count that. Jaden Daniels, fucking rookie. Like, you can't really count that. So
you put Dak in there, right?
Fringe, yes. So I say all of that to say, in my honest, humble opinion, you really honestly can't have a top 10 quarterback list unless you solely go based off of last year. If you just say solely, I'm solely going based off of the previous year, not off a body of work, just solely based off of last year. My top 10 quarterbacks are Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar, C.J. Stroud, Bo Nix. Or no, I take Bo Nix off. So you count them up. So Josh Allen, Burrow, Lamar,
Pat,
C.J. Stroud, Pat. Where am I at? 6.
So yeah.
Okay, Pat. Jalen, Jaden, Golf.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm at?
We got 9.
9, and then I'm splitting hairs with Baker and Jordan Love.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you ESPN's list, and I'm gonna give you my unbiased opinion of where I think Jalen Hurts should fall.
So based off all of that, do I think Jalen Hurts is the top 10 quarterback? Yeah, I do.
So right, ESPN list is they got Mahomes 1.
I don't care about who's 1 and 2 and all that shit. Just who's on the list.
So here's what I'm giving. That's what I'm giving the order. So you got Mahomes 1, Allen 2, you got Burrow 3, Lamar 4, you got Jaden 5,
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels 5, Matthew Stafford 6, Herbert 7, Goff 8, Hurts 9, Baker 10. My unbiased opinion, I think Jalen Hurts is a top. Like, I don't think it's a question he's a top 5 quarterback. I think the debate is he a top 4 quarterback?
Top 4 over who?
I think it alternates between him and Burrow. And everybody, so here's the thing, right? Everybody's like, oh, I think
Burrow gets judged off of 1 year.
Yes.
Well, Burrow gets judged off of 1 playoff run.
Exactly.
But his regular season numbers are amazing.
Well,
Can't deny that.
No, Burrow's hype is off of 1 playoff run. He hasn't done shit since he beat Mahomes.
Because the regular season is amazing.
No. Last year's was not the last. Last year's, yes, but the last 2 years, no.
So this is what I would say. Based off of this is how I strongly feel when I judge quarterbacks. When I do comparison of quarterbacks, I take one quarterback from one team and put them on the other team, and take the other quarterback and put them on the other team. Would the numbers look similar, or would they be better? So to what you're saying. So the list. Go back to the list of what you pulled up, right? So if you say you take, so he's at 9, right?
Yes.
So Jaden Daniels, who was at 10? Baker?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts at Tampa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a better record with Tampa than Baker has? I agree. I say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes with that. What that is.
Mm-hmm.
You can't compare him to himself. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who's at 8?
Jared Goff.
With Detroit, does he have a better record? I say Again, this goes to based off of, are we going based off of just 1 year? Because if we're going based off of 1 year, I take Jared Goff over Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Personally speaking.
7 is Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I would take Jalen Hurts over Justin Herbert in that system.
6 is Matthew Stafford.
If they swap teams, I would take Stafford because I don't feel like the Rams is a good team.
Okay.
The Rams didn't have a good system. They didn't have a good team, and that was just something that would work. That worked well for Matthew Stafford. Because if Matthew Stafford got put on, when I'm saying not Matthew Stafford going to Philly, because he would fucking kill it in Philly. But Jalen Hurts going to that team, I think it'd be similar. So I would say, yeah. I say Jalen Hurts gives him 1 extra win. So I say, yeah.
Jaden Daniels.
I would take Jaden over him.
Okay.
Because of the arm talent.
So
who's above that?
Well, I don't think number 4 is Lamar.
I'm keeping Lamar over.
Number 3 is Burrow.
That's because of arm talent. I would take Burrow.
2 is
So yeah, I think he belongs at like 5 or 6.
Yes. So I believe he's 5. But where everybody gets so out of arms is, Eagles have a super team X, Y, and Z. But
y'all.
Okay, so hear me out though, right? Hear me out because
I ain't gonna say a super team, but
yes.
What's your guy name? Jeffrey Lurie or
Howie Roseman? Yes, has done a great job.
That motherfucker has built a team.
Yes, he has, right? But
there's not a lot of teams built like that.
Before the year started, though, nobody called us a super team, and then everybody called us a super team when we win. But when we're in the rankings, like Devontae Smith isn't even considered a top 15 wide receiver. So how can we be a super?
According to who?
According to ESPN. And the experts, like he's not even considered a top, like he's not, in most people's eyes, he's not considered a top 5 number 2 receiver. And I think Devontae Smith, if you take AJ Brown off that team, as a number 1.
No. Sorry. No. Devontae Smith would be in the same position Tyreek's in. And Tyreek's a good ass receiver, but I don't.
But I do think he's definitely underrated. So like
Devontae Smith.
Yes.
I think he's not over. I don't think he's underrated. I just think he doesn't. He just doesn't. He doesn't get the notice. He doesn't get the recognition he gets because of those around him. It's not because of him.
Like I feel like he is on. Like
and that doesn't make him underrated. Like, I feel like people like yourself and other people feel like a player is underrated because nobody recognizes him. Nobody recognizes Devontae Smith because of who the fuck is around him. It's not because he's the only one and he's not getting recognized. It's you have AJ Brown. I'm gonna focus on AJ Brown.
All right, so
you have Saquon. I'm gonna focus on Saquon.
So right, the list right.
Like I don't like. It's nothing against him. There's other targets on the team I'm gonna focus on before I even get to him.
So my issue with the list is right. I don't think Justin Herbert is that great of a quarterback. Matter of fact, I would have.
He's a potential quarterback.
I would have
him. I would put it like this: him and Trevor Lawrence are in the same boat.
Yes, and I don't think Trevor Lawrence is a top 10 quarterback.
But I never said Trevor Lawrence.
But also, I will put.
If you're so again, it goes to the criteria. If you're talking pure, if you're just saying as a quarterback, pure arm talent, Trevor Lawrence is a top 10 quarterback.
Correct, I agree. Same thing with Justin Herbert.
But if you're saying overall, like if we're talking about overall, and you can't obviously as a quarterback, you really can't choose what fucking system you're in or who you're with or whatever. But it's a lot of places that and it's nothing against Jacksonville. It's a lot of quarterbacks that would come to Jacksonville and die. Bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I'm not like hating on.
I think Trevor's better than Herbert. Honestly, I
don't hate like. I just think like I really think like if Herbert and fucking Trevor Lawrence switch places, like Herbert would be having the same fucking career.
Correct. I don't get the whole Herbert's better than Hurt nonsense. Like Herbert has been in the 2 playoff games. He's fucking choked. I think CJ Stroud's better than fucking Herbert.
I can't say that because we've only seen 2 years of CJ Stroud.
Yeah, we've seen 2 years of CJ Stroud. We've seen 2 years of Herbert in the playoffs, and we see what the fuck happened both years. That's what I'm basing it off of.
But you can't. But so this is my issue. You're basing a playoff. You're basing a 2-game playoff off of a 2-year career. Because of what Herbert's done for his career thus far is better than what I feel like CJ Stroud is going to do. Personally speaking, at this point at this point you have to think about it like this also. There's a lot of layers to this shit that you have to think. CJ Stroud is in I personally think the second to weakest conference, AFC South. The NFC South is the worst in my opinion. Justin Herbert's in top 3 conference.
It just became a top 3 conference. It was not.
Well, I'm saying for the
duration of his career.
I'm saying from how?
Because the Broncos and the Raiders sucked. It was just he just had to worry about the Chiefs. Until last year, he would feast on the Broncos and the Raiders. That's 4 wins right there. And they all
I'm saying that from the standpoint of it's hard to get out that division and you have to play Patrick Mahomes, bro. It's hard to get out the division.
No, that's not what I'm judging him on. Like I'm not expecting you to win the division, but
that's hard. But when I say that, it's hard to get out the division and make the playoff. It's hard to not win your division and still make the playoffs. It's hard.
And he's done it twice, and I agree with that. In both of the playoffs games, he's laid an egg.
Okay, but to what you're saying, he's done it twice. CJ Stroud has made the playoffs twice in 2 years because they've won the division. It's not because they lost the division and still got there.
So what happened when they played each other in the playoffs?
Who?
CJ Stroud and Justin Herbert.
You're talking.
He got waxed. He was throwing pick after pick after pick. This nigga is not good in the clutch.
But it don't got nothing to do with the clutch. That doesn't make him a bad quarterback.
Like right, and
that doesn't make him a bad quarterback.
I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I just don't think he's a top 10 quarterback. And everybody be in this.
So who's over? So if he's not a top 10 quarterback, who are you putting there over him?
All right, so looking at the list again. If I had to do the list,
if you had to do the list, we're saying you're taking You're taking Justin Herbert out, and who are you putting in? Not to his place, but as a top 10 quarterback.
Off of that list, I'm trying to think of who all is not on that list.
We go team by team, like I was doing.
I take Purdy over him.
You crazy as fuck.
I take Purdy over Herbert.
You crazy as fuck.
I would take Purdy.
Off of what? Off of what merit? You really think Brock Purdy's good?
I think he's on the same level as Justin Herbert. Like I don't like. I think I don't.
Are you putting Tua in? Are you replacing Tua with Justin Herbert on that list?
No.
Okay.
Only
are you replacing? I'm gonna just go through all the people. Are you replacing? What's your boy in New England?
Drake May? No.
Okay. Justin Fields?
No.
Cleveland doesn't even have a fucking quarterback. Aaron Rodgers?
Now, current Aaron Rodgers? No.
Obviously, you can only go current.
Yeah, no, I'm not current Aaron Rodgers.
Or you even will say again. That's why I say it's subjective. Mm-hmm. That's why I say it's subjective because you can't be like, oh, I take this year or last year because some of these quarterbacks that you might put over him have only been in the league for 2 years.
Yeah.
At that, so if you say if you say the last 4 years, if you say a full college career, last 4 years, would you take Aaron Rodgers over Justin Herbert? Mm-hmm. The last 4 years?
Yeah. Yes.
The last 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. Tennessee hasn't had shit for the last 4 years. Indianapolis hasn't had shit for the last 4 years. Trevor.
I think Trevor's better than Justin Herbert.
Would you replace him on the list? That's not what I'm that's the question.
No, because I don't think Trevor or Herbert's a top 10 quarterback. Okay. That's the issue. He's in a different tier.
That's what I want to ask you. The question
he's a top 15 quarterback.
The question I'm asking you is, would you replace Herbert on the list with Trevor Lawrence?
No.
You said no. Okay, cool. Denver hasn't had shit for 4 years. Vegas hasn't had shit. Dak.
Yes.
Okay. Giants haven't really had shit. Washington just got some. Chicago just had something. Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is already on that list.
Okay. Jordan Love.
No, because Jordan Love hasn't even played 4 years.
Minnesota just got shit. Atlanta just got shit. New Orleans just got some. Baker's
on the list. He's number 10. Stafford's on the list too.
Okay.
Baker's higher than Herbert in my opinion over the last 4 years.
But,
yes.
Okay, but that's not what I'm saying. The question was, who would you you say he's not a top 10 quarterback, so you have to replace him. Kyler Murray.
Last 4 years, no.
Okay. Brock Purdy.
Last 4 years?
That's what we're going off of.
He's only played
4 years. So you exactly.
1, 2, 3. No, he's only played 1, 2.
4 years.
He's played 3. He went to his rookie year. They got to interchange game. He got hurt against us. He went to the Super Bowl and last year. So off of his last 3 years, yes.
But that's what I'm saying. So you can't. So that's what I'm saying. With a lot of this, the list is very subjective because it's like, what are you truly basing this shit off of?
True. I just feel like right in the elite competition, Jalen Hurts has beaten everybody.
But has he beaten them or has the Eagles beaten them? That's the question. That's the real question. How much work has Jalen Hurts actually had to do? If we're being completely fucking
in that first Super Bowl, a lot.
We're not talking about Super Bowl.
Yes. So here's the thing, though.
We're not talking about the fucking Super Bowl.
Here's the thing. A lot of people think that because we run the ball, he can't throw.
We're not. I never said none of that shit.
We are. Let me finish. We are 21-9 when he throws 30 or more times. So yes, he's done a lot.
We're not. I'm not saying he hasn't done a lot, but I'm saying in a game where y'all have played, where it's a game where Jalen Hurts has to win y'all the game, versus Justin Herbert having to win a game. There's a lot more times that Justin Herbert is going to get that shit done than Jalen Hurts having to get that shit done.
See, that's where I disagree. I feel like if they counted on Jalen Hurts, like, for example.
You can't say if.
No, because we did. Even when even the year we went on that massive slide, it wasn't because of the offense, because of the defense. So Jalen was putting up 30 points a game.
But were y'all winning the games? Yes or no?
It's the defense.
Is he
say the same thing about?
Is he an Eagle? Is he part of the Eagles? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Were y'all winning the game? Yes or no?
No. But see, that's the thing though. People judge Jalen on that, but they don't say shit about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow went 9-8 because the defense was fucking trash. But they say Joe. They be like, oh, Joe Burrow this, Joe Burrow that.
I'm not saying. Like I said, I'm going based off the facts. Joe Burrow, for a quarterback, like I said at the beginning of the episode, Joe Burrow's getting judged off that one play. He's not getting judged, but Joe Burrow gets lifted off of that one playoff run. Are his numbers amazing? They are. He has amazing numbers during the regular season. So what you gonna say when he gets to the playoffs? He choked? No, he's only really been to the playoffs twice. He be hurt during the regular season. You can easily say when they play games and the defense go out on the field and they choke and shit like that, it's cool. But at the end of the day, there are certain drives where Joe Burrow doesn't score.
Yeah.
Unless you step on the field as a quarterback and your offense scores every single drive. And I'm not talking about a field goal. I'm talking about a fucking touchdown. You can't accurately say, oh, this quarterback is doing everything they can do to win a game. You can't say that.
I can't. But when the game, here's the difference between, I think, Hurts and Burrow. When the game is on the line.
Right. I would rather have Joe Burrow.
That's fair. I wouldn't. Because everybody's like, oh, well, you would. Or if they'd be like, if Burrow.
I'd rather have him.
They would be. Everybody on Twitter would be like, oh, if Burrow had those weapons, he would be.
Because of arm talent.
Burrow had those weapons, he would be lighting it up. Well, then, okay, then he has Chase and Higgins, so why
he don't have no running back. If he had that, you got it. Please admit that. Y'all getting. And I'm not saying Saquon was the save-all, be-all, the reason why y'all won everything. But a running back like Saquon helps out a quarterback.
I agree. But also a dual-threat quarterback like Jalen Hurts helps out a running back. Because you can't necessarily...
It does. I'm not saying it doesn't, but we're talking in terms of purely Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts on that team, or you're saying coming down to the clutch. If I have to drive, if we'll say 2-minute scenario, no timeouts or no shit like that, right? Of those quarterbacks on that list, if we have 2 minutes to drive fucking 80 yards or 75 or whatever it is when you get a fucking touchback, how many of those quarterbacks would I rather take over Jalen Hurts we're just saying in a bland offense? We're talking about who was the worst team?
Probably the Buccaneers. No, the Chargers. Chargers and the Buccaneers were the two worst teams on that list.
So we'll say you can't really.
So here's my thing, right?
Who had the number one pick this year? The Browns.
Yeah.
So I won't give them the Browns. We'll say
the Titans had the number one pick.
So we'll say in the
Colts offense.
We'll say in the Panthers offense. The Panthers have a good undercover offense, but they're not whatever. So in the Panthers offense, of those 10 quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts is. I would take Pat over that.
Mm-hmm.
I would take who is 2? Allen. I would take Allen. I would take Burrow. I would take Lamar. I would take Jaden. Who was 6? Herbert.
Stafford.
Stafford was 6.
Mm-hmm. Herbert was 7. Goff
so I
was
would
8.
so
Baker
Stafford
was 10.
Stafford would drop. I would take Herbert in that offense. I would take Jalen Hurts in that offense. I would take Baker and so Stafford would be the bottom of the barrel in that. So in that situation, Hurts would move up maybe a spot or 2. So he still would be on the outside.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of disrespect.
How is it disrespect?
In regards to Jalen? I'm just sitting there going like, cause everybody gets right, like game on the line. Whenever he's played Mahomes and the game was on the line and let me finish.
So this is what I hate.
But let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. But this is what I hate when motherfuckers be like, they want to compare it only to one person. You can't only compare it to one person. Game on the line against Mahomes. Okay, that's just one person. That's one scheme. That's one whatever.
Okay, I think in that particular scenario, Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. And I even have some examples of last year under 2 minutes. We were driving, we lost the game, but that wasn't because of the Falcons. Second game of the season. That wasn't Jalen's fault. Barkley dropped the easy pass. He had it right there. We'd have won the game. In the 2-minute drill, he dropped the ball.
Again, this goes back to previously in the game. Did y'all have to punt?
Yes. But I'm saying because everybody be like, oh, Allen this and Lamar that. And I'm like, yeah, but when it matters the most.
Matter of fact, the game we watched.
The
Also, put that clip in there. You know exactly what clip I'm talking about. Put that clip in there for your first episode. Whatever. But that game we watched, right?
He got hurt. He hurt. That's why they ended up winning.
He got hurt?
Yeah. Okay. We was beating their ass before we was up 21-0 before he got hurt. It was that game. He got hurt. Because remember, we was watching the game and I was like, oh shit, Jalen got hurt. And y'all was like, and then we thought it was a concussion. Yes, that's why I was so pissed when Devontae Smith dropped the ball because Kenny Pickett was in there. We was up 21-0, bro. We was beating their ass. We was dog walking them in Washington. Yes.
Damn, they don't have a lot of seasons. You might be right. But.
And also another thing, I wanted to say this, right? Because everybody be like, oh, Jalen this, Jalen that. I really feel like what hurt Jalen Hurts from being a bona fide top 5 quarterback was the year we got to the Super Bowl. If he didn't get hurt down the stretch,
I don't want to hear that shit.
He was going to win MVP.
But that doesn't solidify you as a top 5 quarterback.
Like, it helps because
it does, but that don't make you a top 5.
I'm saying in regards to like media, like they look at that shit like that would have put because I felt like he would have won MVP that year if he ain't get hurt that year. But
you got so many variables on you.
When the game's on the line, I trust him to win the game.
Okay, now you're a fan.
No, I'm talking about if I wasn't a fan. If I was just if I was an unbiased fan, because just because he isn't asked to throw, don't mean that he can't throw. I'm
glad you brought that up because I agree with you.
Because when he has
he isn't asked doesn't mean he can't.
Yeah,
however, you have to think about the negative of that situation. Why isn't he asked to throw?
Because we have a dominant ass running back.
Even before that, he wasn't asked to throw.
No, that's not true.
They took the ball out of his hand. You can't say that. They would take the ball out that man's hand.
Not last year. Last year he was throwing it all across the field.
1 year. 1 year, Teroy. Before y'all got Barkley, it was a lot of times y'all get into a situation and it'd be like, we got to take it out of his hands. We can or the route combinations in the game, the schemes that was called, it wasn't meant for him to throw the ball downfield. And y'all would throw a lot of shit, a lot of short and medium shit in situations where y'all needed a lot of yards. And it'd be like, you have to think about that from the standpoint of,
I understand that.
Is this getting called because he can't do that? You don't know. We don't know.
So here's my thing on it, right? I feel like Jalen Hurts has a really nice deep ball. That's his strength. In my opinion,
he doesn't have to do it a lot.
See, I disagree with that because he does do it a lot.
You know what? He does. This is what I'm about to say. When you go back and watch it, when you watch it this season, this is what I want you to think about. Patrick Mahomes sucks at throwing the ball probably like 5 yards and below.
Mm-hmm.
That is not his strength because he has such a strong arm. He sucks at that and it's not because of him, it's because of the scheme. Jalen Hurts, I'm not going to say he sucks at throwing a deep ball, but that's not his strength because that's not the scheme. And it's not the scheme.
I don't think he sucks,
and it's not the scheme because they know that's not his strength.
See, that's the issue. I don't think that's like...
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
So because it's not his strength, they don't scheme it that way.
That's where
the opportunities that he has that are deep, those are out of scheme plays. Or those are plays that have been set up by him doing the medium and short shit. Versus Patrick Mahomes, a lot of Patrick Mahomes short shit is set up because they want the motherfucker, they expect him to throw it deep. So they're taking that shit away.
I'll say this and then we'll wrap it up. Against the team, like people forget, not last year, but the year before, we was getting our ass beat at home against the Bills.
Okay.
And we won because Jalen Hurts was throwing the ball over the fucking field, and he led the game.
One game.
But let me finish though. He led against the top tier competition when he's asked to throw. Let me finish though. Let me finish against the top tier competition when he's asked to throw.
What is the top tier competition?
He succeeds.
What is top tier
against other top tier quarterbacks? Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, because he lit Burrow ass. So he lit them up all across the field earlier this year. Stafford. A lot of people sit there and be like, "Oh, the Rams kept it close." No, the Eagles put their foot off the gas. We was up 14 with like 7 minutes left.
Okay.
So
I want you to compile some numbers for me, Dan. Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna pull it up. I don't know if it's gonna pull it up though.
Like against the Chiefs, he has a 92.4 quarterback rating with 537 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, and 2 games versus the Chiefs in his career. And that's not including the playoffs. That's just including the regular season. Now, if you want to include the playoffs, obviously that goes up.
Okay. So Jalen versus, we'll go quarterback by quarterback. That top 10 list. Jalen versus Baker Mayfield. He has a losing record.
Yeah, but that's
No.
I can't do. I can't let you do it. The reason why I can't let you do it is because every time we play
I don't want to hear that
Tampa,
shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
We're always hurt.
I don't want to hear that shit.
No, like,
is he hurt? Is Baker? Is Jalen hurt?
I think one game
Jalen hurt.
In one game, Jalen did get hurt. Yes.
Either way, he still has a losing record.
Yes, correct. He has
Baker Mayfield.
Correct, he does.
All right, bet. Number 9. Who's number 9 on the list? Him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who's number 8 on the list?
Number 8 is. Hold on.
Because I'm willing to say he has a losing record against the top 10 quarterbacks.
Okay, we'll see. All right, number 8 is Jared Goff. He's undefeated. Next.
Against Jared Goff?
Yes. Look it up. Look it up.
Let's see.
You're going to be shocked. Trying to tell you because he has a winning record against them. Against all of them.
Let's see. I don't know how we can find this shit.
Just type in
Jalen Hurts
versus Jared Goff.
No, it's not gonna pull up like that. Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts record versus Jared Goff.
Loss record against teams. We'll say that. Okay, here we go. I think I found something. Okay, so we said Tampa Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tampa Bay, we're gonna assume I'm gonna take out one loss.
Which one?
Because I'm pretty sure one of the losses came when Tom Brady was there. That's what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume that
most of them came. Yeah. All of them. He's only beaten Baker once. He's only beaten them once.
So in the playoffs,
in his career,
in the playoffs and regular season,
he's 1-3. Yes, correct. The one game we won was the Monday night game, and then that year when we got into the playoffs, went into that funk, and we got hurt. But we proved that we blew their ass out Monday night. But continue.
He's 1-3.
Correct.
Right. Number 9 was him. Number 8 was
Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm. He plays for
the Lions.
He's 2-0.
Told you.
Okay. 2-0. Right. So now he's what? 3-3.
Yep.
Okay. Who's after that?
Hold on. I think number 8 or number 7 was Herbert. Yeah, 7 was Herbert, Chargers.
Okay. So here it lists them 0-1.
Yes. I remember it again. We lost his first year.
3-4.
Okay.
3-4. Who's above Herbert?
Matthew Stafford, Rams.
Mm-hmm. So LA Rams. It shows him at 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's
3-0 against Stafford.
So we're gonna list that at if he's 3-1 again. If he's 3-0, that means he lost to Jared Goff in LA. Then.
Yes, he lost to Jared Goff, and I think we did lose to Jared Goff in LA, but we've beaten Stafford.
So that will put him at 3-5, and then 3-0. So he's at 6-5.
Okay, Jaden Daniels. He's really 2-0. If you want to count that loss when he got hurt, then so be it. Because we were up 21-0. So we're 2-1 against Jaden against the
2-1. How?
Well, this year
1-1 regular season.
Yeah, and then the playoffs.
Okay. So now you're at 7-6.
All right, Lamar Jackson in the Ravens. Pretty sure he's 1-0 against them because I think we played them once, or he's 1-1.
1-1.
Okay.
So 8-7.
The Bengals, we should be. We're one and I think we're
1-0.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 9-7.
Bills, we should be 1-0.
Buffalo Bills,
Mm-hmm.
10-7.
Against the Bills?
No, I'm saying you add that extra win.
Oh yeah.
So,
And then I think we split with the Chiefs. I think we're 2-2, or he may be 3-2 against Mahomes.
it says 1-1 and 1-1. So I'm gonna assume both of them came. So he's at. That's 2, so 12-9. That's not a good, like, that shows he's not top 5. Right there alone.
See, the only reason why, like,
that shows he's where he should be at.
Yeah, no, I can't get with that.
We're going off the stats.
I can't get with that only because, like,
we're going off the stats.
Most of the losses came with the Buck. Like, so right.
We can't say most of the losses. A loss is a loss. A loss is a loss. You don't look at an L and be like, oh, well, you know. This,
well, then if that's the case, if I'm looking at it like that, I'm not counting the loss against the Commanders because he didn't finish the game. He got hurt. And when he came out with the lead, we were 21-0.
A loss is a loss.
I don't, if you got hurt before halftime, I don't count that.
That's you. What does the stat book say? Did you start the game?
He did, yeah.
All right, then. A loss.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't.
You play MLB. If you start pitching and you lose a fucking lead, you catch that L on your record, right?
I don't know.
Right or wrong? You watch baseball, right or wrong?
Right.
If you're the starting pitcher,
most of them rest. Right. Most of those losses though, like I can't wait. First of all, I'm tired of always playing Tampa in Tampa. I can't wait till we play them and we're healthy again. Because whenever we healthy, we dog walk their ass. Since Baker been there, and I like Baker.
he's right where he should be.
I don't know. I think he's top 5. Because if that's the case, then if that's the case, then like you put Josh Allen against them, and that ain't great either.
Josh Allen?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Because he definitely lost to the Lions last year. He stayed losing to Mahomes. He stayed losing to Burrow, and he be losing to Lamar in the regular season. And he split with the Eagles. He's lost. Okay, he's probably whooped on the Chargers.
Let's see, Josh Allen.
And I think he might have maybe played the Commanders. Same thing with Jared Goff.
Oh shit! Okay, that's a good one. So he's 3-3 against the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
He's 2-1 against the Chargers.
Hold on. So do this here. So 3-3 against the Ravens. 2-1. So he's 6-4.
And then who else is on the list? He's 3-0 against the Lions. So I'm gonna softly say two of those are probably against.
Oh, he did beat the Lions.
Wait.
I thought he lost to the Lions last year when he played them.
It's 3-0. I'm gonna say two of those are against Stafford, personally speaking, because Goff has only been there a couple years.
He played golf last year.
So one.
Or this year.
So one.
Okay, 9-4.
He's 1-2 against the Bengals.
So that's 10-6.
Okay. Then you have the Eagles. He's 0-2. Have y'all played them twice since Jalen been there?
We played them last year. This will be the second. This year coming up will be the second year
that Jalen's been there.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's 0-1.
So 10-7.
And then he's 2-1 against the Rams. So regardless.
Yeah.
So between the Rams and the Lions together, he's 5-1.
So he's feasting on that.
He's 5-1, and then
with the Chiefs,
he's 4-5. He's almost 500. So he's like
around Jalen.
No, he's way above that.
Because Jalen's 12-9. So he said he's 5. So he said he was what 2-0 against the.
So he had okay. So he has 5. Or say let's see, go back up. So 4-5,
mm-hmm.
and then you go to 4-5, and then 9-6. 9-6, 9-7. It shows him 3-0 against the Commanders. I'm gonna just say that's one of them. One of them is against Jaden. I don't know if he even played them yet. But.
No, they didn't. We didn't play them. No, he hasn't played Jaden yet. He played. He'll play him this year, I think.
So we're at 9-6, and 9-7 with the loss to Hurts, and then you'll say 10-9 with the Bengals, and then
He's 4-5 with the Chiefs.
12-10 with the Chargers, and then
Has he played the Buccaneers yet?
that's what I'm forgetting. 15. He's 15-12 with the Ravens, and then you said the Bucks, right?
Yeah,
That's what I keep
you added the Chiefs in there too?
Yeah, that's who the first game I did. That's how it got so high. Where's the Bucks at? Has he even played the Bucks? It don't show him. He's never played the Bucks.
I think he did with Tom Brady. Under Tom Brady, he did. They
Unless they don't. Oh, hold on. It's not showing me all the teams. Hold on.
He lost that game. They had that game won, and Brady done made like a great. That was a great game.
Oh wait, it wasn't showing me all the teams. Okay, so
yeah, he may be 0-1 against the Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Bucks. Oh, he's 1-1. So,
Okay.
So yeah, so he's like 5 games over.
We'll see this year because everybody on that top 10 list, we play this year.
Okay, so how many of those teams do y'all play this year?
We play them all.
You play all of those teams?
Yes, we play. We play the Chiefs. Oh no, we don't play the Ravens, but we played the Ravens last year, and we beat them. And we don't play the Bengals, and we beat them last year. So we play. We got the Chiefs.
When?
We got the Chiefs second game of the season.
Okay.
We got Buffalo second to last week of the season. That's in Buffalo. That's going to be a loss.
Second to last week?
Yeah, we have the Commanders, Buffalo Commanders to end the year.
You said Commanders, Buffalo, then Commanders?
Mm-hmm.
I can't trust them. I can't trust them late game seasons. Late season games, because a lot of teams, they start to rest motherfuckers.
True. We play the Commanders twice. We play the Rams in Philly. We play the Chargers in LA because my dad's going to that game, and we got the Lions at home, and then we got Baker in Tampa. So I do think we beat Kansas City in Kansas City second week of the season. I see us losing to Tampa because we always hurt. We're always hurt. Somebody's hurt injuring their hamstrings in Tampa.
My thing is,
we're gonna beat the Lions this year.
Okay,
we're gonna beat the Chargers, and we're gonna split.
So based on how you talking, right? You're saying we are going to beat. So you're talking from a team aspect. So when you judge Jalen versus that other elite quarterback, what are you judging this off of?
I think
are you putting all the weight on the win or loss? Or are you putting this because we'll say it like this. I'm gonna just give you a hypothetical. Say Jalen has a 10 of 33 passing day with 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions, but y'all win by 2 touchdowns because of the defense.
Yeah, no, he didn't play a good game. I think in those games he's going to have good games. I think he's going to. I don't think he's going. I don't.
So for him to win the quarterback battle, what does he have to do?
We gonna light the Chiefs up. He always lights the Chiefs up. We may not always win those games, but he plays very well against Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's what I'm saying. In the last 3 games, he's outplayed Mahomes.
What constitutes, for you, in your opinion, what constitutes you a head-to-head win with that quarterback?
All right, you play well.
What is playing well?
So
what are your numbers? What are the imaginary numbers that he has to hit for you to say?
So I can see
he won that quarterback battle.
I can see Jalen Hurts either going it's 2 scenarios. He can either be
No, I'm not saying either or. I'm saying what is your baseline? What is your base stat line every game for Jalen Hurts to say this constitutes him being a top 5 quarterback?
All right, Jalen's just hurt. Jalen is he's I would say 16 to 25.
Okay.
He has
16 to 25.
Yes. 16 to 25.
16 to 25. Hold on. I'm going to do the math on that.
You got to do 16 divided by 25 for the percentage.
So 65% passing.
Well, all right, let's make it 70. So we'll do 70.
65 is not a bad percentage.
All right, so we'll do 65% passing. Okay. He has about 280 to 300 yards.
Okay.
Because you're looking at that though, but the thing is, when they asked him to do it, he's done it.
We're not doing the whole hypothetical.
Oh no, I'm not doing hypothetical.
You are, because you just said when they asked him. We're not talking about that. We're saying, what is his stat line? In those 16 completions, how many yards should he have, in your opinion?
Anywhere from 250 to 280.
Anywhere from 250. So baseline is 250.
Yes.
So, okay.
Okay. He will have, I would say, 4 carries, 60 yards.
4 carries for 60 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he has like 2 throwing, 1 rushing.
So 3 touchdown totals for Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
Any turnovers?
He's probably gonna throw a pick in at least one of those games that he plays.
I'm not saying one of those games. I'm saying this is a baseline. Every game he goes into.
No, actually, he don't throw a lot of picks. No,
every game he goes into, you're saying he should have 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
2, however it happens.
Mm-hmm.
3 touchdowns, 250 yards passing, at least 65% complete passing.
Mm-hmm.
And then rushing is no less than, we'll say, 50 yards rushing.
Yeah, every 5th game he throws it. I feel like every 5th game he'll throw a pick.
We're not talking about a 5th game.
Because he doesn't.
About a 5th game. We're saying
I can't say
you have.
I can't say like 0 interceptions because
I'm not saying for you not to say 0 interceptions. What I'm saying is, what is your baseline for a top 5 quarterback?
That's the thing though, because I don't think top 5 quarterbacks throw a lot of interceptions.
So again, your base. Okay, so for your baseline of a top 5 quarterback, you're saying you expect that quarterback to throw at least 65%, have 3 touchdowns, whether it's 3 rushing, 3 passing, 2 rushing, 1 pass, 3 touchdowns, 1 or less turnovers,
correct,
and 50 yards rushing.
Yeah, unless you're Joe Burrow, because I know you're
I don't
not
want to hear the unless. I'm just
correct.
saying in general.
Okay. The rushing is just extra.
Okay, so rushing is extra.
Yes.
So 250 yards passing, 65 percentage, 3 touchdowns, and then rushing on top of that is whatever. That's your base level for a top 5 quarterback.
Yes.
Okay. I don't feel like that's a good baseline. I feel like that's a baseline for a top 10 quarterback. And if we apply that to Jalen Hurts, that's why he's not top 5. Personally speaking.
See, I gotta disagree. Like I said, I only disagree because
personally speaking, because I would say my baseline for a top 5 quarterback would be, I would expect my quarterback to be throwing at 70% or higher, to be throwing 275 or higher, to be throwing for at least 4 touchdowns. That's a touchdown a quarter. That, like, when you break it down, a touchdown a quarter.
Okay, so I got okay.
So a touchdown,
or
4 touchdowns total. So that's a touchdown a quarter, whether you get it passing or rushing. 4 touchdowns. And rushing wise, I'm gonna say minimum 20 yards rushing.
So if that's off your baseline,
that's my baseline.
If that's your baseline, then Patrick Mahomes was not a top 5 quarterback last year. Because there's been plenty of games where he ain't even throw for 200 yards.
Okay, so
no. And that's why I'm saying it's based off of.
I would take that, but of all of those games, how many of those have Jalen Hurts hit that number? Way less than Patrick Mahomes.
Correct, but he had
way less than Patrick Mahomes. Right,
correct, but last year,
and if you say that's per game, but if you go off of averages,
correct,
his averages are still way less than that.
I understand that. So
that's why I feel like he's down on that list.
So I get that. I just feel like I feel like he is penalized because of the talent that he has around him. But nobody.
I don't think he's penalized.
Yes, I think so.
I don't think he's penalized. I think it's more of like he gets credit taken away from him to give it to the other people also. Versus Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes doesn't have consistently that talent around him, except for, if you're saying passing talent, except for Travis Kelce.
I understand that. But, like, nobody was docking Patrick Mahomes when he had that talent around him. Nobody was like, oh, he's winning because of the talent. Like everybody said,
I was one of the people who said that, personally speaking.
no, I never said that. I thought I knew Mahomes was the truth.
I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't the truth, but I'm saying
like for example,
some of the shit
I would like to see
some of the shit Patrick Mahomes was getting away with wasn't because of his talent. It was because of who the fuck you have around you. If we're being completely honest. It's the same thing with Joe Burrow.
Yes, because I was just about to say that. I would have liked to see if they got rid of Teagan to see exactly how good Joe Burrow would be.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Because he's always had that talent. Everybody's like, oh, because Jalen is Jalen that. People forget, before we got A.J. Brown, we was fucking going to Jalen Reagor and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and fucking...
Y'all sucked.
No, that year when the Devontae Smith's rookie year, we made the playoffs.
That 1 year. But I'm saying in like totality for that time, y'all really wasn't that. And Jalen Hurts really wasn't the guy then. Y'all was leaning more on his running than his passing.
Yeah, but I feel like he's become a better passer.
I'm not saying he hasn't, but I'm saying in those moments where y'all didn't have that talent around him, y'all was like, hey, we don't need you throwing the ball. We don't want you throwing the ball.
So, right. So because there's certain instances, right?
And I say that from this standpoint. Based off of what I just said, regardless of who the fuck they have around Patrick Mahomes, they still like throw that bitch.
That's understandable. But because there are games where we were horrible, but that wasn't because of Jalen's fault. Like I remember Jalen had drove us down the field late in the game.
Again,
and I was saying that, but Jalen Reagor had dropped 2 touchdowns against the Giants.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with
like we gonna see this year because I feel like
what I'm saying
I feel like this year
when you have the talent around you, your coaches I simply put it like this. When you still have the talent around you and your coaches are still hesitant to say, let the motherfucker air that bitch out and still trying to dumb you down on shit, I feel like that lessens your impact to not be a top 5.
So I don't think I see that's where we disagree. I don't think they lessen him. Jalen is a team first. I'm doing whatever it takes to win. Because
I don't disagree.
Because when teams,
I definitely agree with that.
When teams have schemed to where we're going to shut down the run and make Jalen throw the ball, he's torched them. Chiefs both times. Fucking Steelers this year. That's why Saquon ain't won MVP because he had a horrible game against the Steelers. They said we're going to make Jalen throw the ball, and Jalen lit their ass up. And in the press conference had that chain on. That's what y'all wanted to see.
But again. Just in my opinion, when that happens, right? And this is to your argument, maybe not to your argument. That's where you have a situation where they're not lessening Jalen's impact, but they're saying you're throwing to A.J. Brown and you're throwing to Devontae Smith.
But so that's not fair though, because Burrow doesn't get that.
From other people. Yes, I agree with that. But again, we'll flip it to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's truly, while he's been in Cincinnati, he's really never truly had a run game. When they had Mixon, it was an okay run game. It wasn't like run-centric, like, hey, we know we can lean on the run to win a motherfucking
But Jalen Hurts has never had a run game for real until Saquon.
Jalen Hurts is a runner. So he always has a run game.
Yeah, but
No. Yes or no? You can't, even if Lamar didn't have a good running back, they would still be a run-heavy team.
Correct. Because he can run the ball.
Exactly. Even if Buffalo didn't have James Cook, they still would be a not a run-heavy team, but they would run a lot because they have a motherfucker like Josh Allen. But you look at, you bring him back up, you bring up the light-skinned man in fucking Kansas City, they don't have no run game. Teams know they don't got no run game. We have to game plan for the pass, and the motherfuckers still be fucking passing the ball.
I agree with Mahomes, but he just, they had a run game up until this year.
They've never truly had a run.
Pacheco,
I'm not saying Pacheco
top tier. He's not a
But I'm saying when you go to game plan for the Chiefs, you're not scared of their run game.
You're not scared at first, but Pacheco will surprise you, and then next thing you know, you got to, you know what I'm saying?
He will, but I'm saying you don't go into the game like, oh, we should put some emphasis on the run game. You like, if Pacheco get his numbers, he get his numbers. That's what that is.
So
if Pacheco does him. We can live with it's like they do in the NBA. We can live with that guy killing us. We can't live with him killing us.
So based off
of that, I'll say it inversely. as a NFL defense, we will live with. I personally feel like teams say we will live with Jalen Hurts trying to beat us through the air versus him trying to beat us on the ground. Does he do it sometimes? Yeah, hell yeah. Like you said, he has these enormous games where he has those breakout games. But for the majority of his career, up until this point, it's been very mid-level with a couple of rises. But most of the time, it's mid-level to say we don't expect Jalen Hurts to beat us with his arm.
I think that's going to change this year because I feel like
I can accept that.
I feel like
if
teams.
You feel like it's going to change?
I think teams are going to they didn't do it last year. I feel like teams are going to really focus on Saquon, and they're going to be like, all right, Jalen, you got to beat us, and he's going to beat them.
We will see. But
because off of your criteria,
but
then
to what you're saying, you saying that you have to give a little bit of credit to who he's throwing to.
I agree with that, but nobody says.
But that doesn't minimalize who he is as a quarterback.
Because I
want to make that clear,
Chris. But I feel like in the media does because nobody says it when Dak was throwing to Amari and CD. That was a good ass fucking tandem. Nobody says, "Oh, look who he's throwing to." It's only with Jalen Hurts. It's not when.
But Dak was still throwing interceptions, so that's a horrible example.
But here's the thing, though. But that's the thing, though. Like, here's my issue with Dak. Like, if Dak came up clutch better, I can care less about the interceptions with Dak. But if Dak came up clutch better, I will put Dak in the top 10 because when Dak doesn't have a running game, they may not win, but he throwing for 400 or 500 yards.
A lot of that is garbage, though.
I do agree with that, though. A lot of that is garbage. A lot of that is garbage.
His passing during moments that actually matter.
Nobody says anything about. Nobody says anything when Baker's throwing the ball to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
No, I don't disagree with it, but you see how low he is on the list because he doesn't win often.
I think that's on.
And you got to look at the division he's in. He's losing division. Like
he hasn't lost a division in Tampa.
No, I'm saying he's losing divisional games. There's realistically, there's no reason why. And this is just in my opinion, Baker Mayfield should not be winning less than, we'll say, 12 games a season or winning less than 11, 12 games a season. Because he should theoretically, right? He should theoretically go 5-1 in his division. Yeah, okay. Maybe he drops one random game against Atlanta or the Saints.
Well, the problem with the Buccaneers is,
and then for the rest of the season, you're gonna play a pretty okay schedule where you go probably like 3 loaded teams and 3 bottom feeders.
No.
And they're still going like 9-7, 10-6.
Well, because the last few years they won a division, so they had to play a first place schedule. That's why they're not.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know that.
But they're beating teams like the Lions, but they're not beating they'll beat the Eagles because Eagles hurt, but they're not beating the Chiefs or they're not beating.
Stop saying that. They beat y'all.
We're going to see. We're going to see because 2 years ago, before
every comment is because he was hurt.
Before we got into the
y'all stepped your ass on the field, y'all healthy enough to get y'all ass beat.
When we had
belt to ass.
Let me finish.
BTA.
When we played the first 2 times we played the Buccaneers, I'm not going to lie to you. Like
belt to ass. With belt to ass. Say it with me. When y'all go to the Buccaneers, it is what? Say it with me.
I'm not saying that shit.
Belt to motherfucking
that shit
ass.
Be crawling under my skin, bro. Because Buccaneers fans be saying it all the time. Oh yeah.
You know what happens when y'all go to the Buccaneers stadium? You know what y'all be hearing? Boo, boo, boo. Because them motherfucking cannons be firing on y'all.
That happened. I went to the game last year. That shit pissed me off. But here's the thing. I'm ending on this, right? Like when it comes to the Buccaneers, right? When we had a healthy squad,
right,
and we played on Monday night. The year we had the Supernatural Funk when we started off hot. We played them Monday night. We beat the dog shit out of them.
Okay.
In the rain. It's just that
because it was raining.
No, it's because we were healthy.
It's because you put an asterisk on shit. It's because it was raining.
Okay, fair enough. But every time we've played the Bucs since then,
belt to ass.
AJ Brown's hurt.
Belt to ass.
Lane Johnson's hurt.
Belt to ass.
Dallas Goddard is hurt.
You know what rhymes with that? Belt to ass.
We gonna see it because I know what pisses me off is why we always play them in fucking Tampa. It's 3 years in a row. Why
y'all
ain't they coming to
Tampa?
Philly?
Y'all played them in Tampa this year?
Yes, it is always within the first 3 weeks of the season, bro.
We might have to go, and I'm gonna go with a sign that say "belt to ass."
Okay, fine. I'm
gonna go with a sign with an eagle logo and a belt.
We gonna beat. I can't wait till we beat their ass this year. Because my thing is, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, you can't beat the Buccaneers."
That game, I'm telling you right now, y'all can't see me, but y'all can hear me. That episode after, if they lose that game, I'm coming on I'm coming back. And I'm wearing a belt. And I'm going to take that bitch off. Belt to ass.
So here's my thing, right? Because everybody be like, oh, like the Commander, like the Buccaneers fan at my old job was like, yeah, y'all won the Super Bowl, but you ain't beat us. And I'm like, but we dog walked the team that y'all couldn't beat at home in the playoffs. We blew them out.
Hey, that man was hot, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Who?
Jaden.
He was.
He was hot. He had a very hot season, bro.
He was. Like I'm saying, like he came into fucking Tampa.
With that, I really don't think Tampa expected to play them. To be honest, I don't really like. Granted, you know who you gonna play like a week in advance.
You thought Tampa was going to play?
Tampa thought they was gonna play somebody else,
like the Packers.
Yes, I don't think they was ready to play like at all, bro. Like, granted, you get a week to fucking game plan.
I mean, actually, they really
for shock value. You
want to know why they lost the game?
Shock value, they definitely.
You want to know why they lost? It was a tight game. Want to know why the Buccaneers lost the game?
Yeah, man.
Want to know why?
You know who they didn't lose to?
Want to know why they lost the game?
You know who they didn't.
No, let me finish. They lost the game because Baker fumbled the ball, and that's how the Commanders got the ball back with like 6 minutes left in the tie game, and that's how they was able to run the clock out and hit the field goal.
Amen.
But yeah, but I don't know, like, because the reason why I feel like the Commanders wasn't necessarily an asterisk, but it was personal because the Commanders fans talked a lot of shit, like Commanders players when Devontae Smith dropped that ball. And the Eagles,
as they should,
yeah, and Eagle players was like, we were dog walking you with a quarterback. So when it came to the NFC Championship game, we wanted to make a fucking statement. And I want to end it on this. I feel like the Super Bowl could have been a whole lot worse than what it was. If Nick Sirianni ain't called the dogs up, I feel like we beat their ass like 60 to fucking 20. Because I don't know if you've seen the clip where Hurts goes to Sirianni. And he was like, "You good?" He was like, "You want us to go back out there?" And Sirianni said, "No, I'm good." Because I think they wanted to run the fucking score up. Okay. The first Super Bowl we lost, but it wasn't Hurts' fault. This Super Bowl we won mainly because of the defense and Hurts making timely throws. When being in the position that he was in, making the throws that he needed to make. The dagger, the touchdown to A.J. Smith, that deep shot to Dotson at the one. He made the throws. Even though he had a pick, he made the throws that he needed to make. And he always does that against Steve Spagnuolo. Because even during the funk, the last game we won during the funk, with the second to last game we won during the funk, we beat the Chiefs Monday night after the Super Bowl. And we won because he had that deep ball to Devontae Smith because A.J. Brown was hurt. And that's how we ended up winning that game. He always plays well against the Chiefs. And we was laying the
maybe he should imagine the Chiefs logo on the Bucs helmet then. Maybe that's what he should do.
And the Bengals, we lit their ass up early this year too. So I don't know, we gonna see. But I think this year he's gonna put a lot of I don't think. So what did he have last year? I don't know how many yards he has. I think he has at least minimum. I think he has 3,500 yards this year passing.
Has he ever had 35 yards?
3,500 passing? Hold on, keep talking. I got this bad. I think he has 3,500 yards because they're going to focus so much on Saquon. He's going to have to throw the ball. I think last year he maybe was at 28. I think he has at least, I would say at least 30. I would say, okay, max 35, base 3,000. He has 3,000 yards this year. Passing.
Let's see. The most amount of passing yards in his career. Jalen Hurts. He almost had 3,000 last year. Where is the stats for his career? Here we go. So the most amount of yards in his career was last year with 2,900. Or am I tripping? Oh, no, he's almost passed for 4,000. He's almost passed for 4,000. Yeah, the lad 2023 he had 3,800. But I mean the season before that he had 37. So yeah, that was the year he should have won MVP. So yeah, I can see it with like 37, 38 this year. I don't think he'll hit 4,000. So
All right, man. Let's wrap this up, man. Where can where can this new audience find you at?
This is somebody's son. Graphic tees. I don't know. He'll put all this in the bio,
I will.
but we'll see. We'll see, my boy.
We'll see.
My closing thought is I don't not hate the thought that Jalen Hurts isn't a top 5 quarterback. Do I think he deserves to be up there? He's fringe. He's definitely fringe top 5, but he's not solidified top 5 for me personally.
If he has the season that I said he's going to have this year, would that solidify him in the top 5? So let's say he has the season that he has, and we either get to the Super Bowl or we go back to back.
If y'all go back to back, yeah, I'm gonna definitely say he's top 5.
So then, if he would have won the Super Bowl, the first one, then he would have to be he'll be top 5 in your opinion.
Based off of
based
off of what I feel like. Well, I said at the beginning, yeah, I would definitely feel that way. I just hold a lot of value on arm talent personally.
I feel like
quarterback. It's not like because Lamar is a good example, but a bad example. But to what we said, Lamar comes up clutch and he does shit that quarterbacks really can't do, honestly, in this league. So, but I mean, I value wins and losses, but I also value a quarterback
because it's like
that can throw us to a win.
True, because the only thing that would be pissing me off with the media is they really rank it as okay, like like stats and what you do against Mahomes, and I feel like
I agree. I agree with that,
and I feel like Jalen doesn't get the credit for that though, because.
You know what? Now that you say that, I will say this, and this will be my real closing thought. What hurts Jalen and not being top 5 is because he's in the NFC.
Because all the stat quarterbacks are in the AFC. So if he was
if he was in the AFC
doing it consistently,
and he consistently got to play Burrow, Lamar,
but
Mahomes,
he has
and
consistently.
Allen. No, but I'm saying if he had every year you got to see them play.
Okay, so over the last
that's what I'm saying. Because you got to think those top 4, Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, and Lamar, they're all in the AFC.
True.
And Burrow and Lamar play twice a year.
So when it comes to
like playoffs, they all have to go through each other. So you're gonna see it. You have to see that.
When it comes to Mahomes and Hurts, over the last 3 years, this would be the 4th year now that they have played each other head to head.
That's fine, but I'm talking about in terms of where.
It's every year. They played once every year.
But I'm saying yes, once every year, but I'm saying from the standpoint of when we talk about the NFL and AFC, we already know we're gonna get a Mahomes Allen matchup. We already know that. We don't know that we're gonna get a Mahomes Hurts matchup. We don't know that. We know we're gonna get a Lamar and Burrow matchup.
That's fair. Fair.
We already
I
know
agree with that. That's fair.
We know we're gonna get a Mahomes Lamar matchup.
Fair.
We know
that's fair.
In some capacity, we're gonna get a mix of those 4 quarterbacks playing each other, and if we're lucky, one's gonna have to go through all 3 of them.
That's fair. Oh, okay, I can get with that.
If Hurts was in the AFC, then we'd be like, fuck, like this kid.
Okay, then. So all right, because I gotta take a dump, but ask this question after that. We'll go. Then if you want to do another pod, I'll wait for the camera to turn to a pod again. So put the Eagles in the NFC, in the AFC, right? So you got Lamar with put the Eagles, right? Because you got Lamar. If you really, the only person that has an extremely hard division out of that group is
Burrow and Lamar.
Correct. So if you put I
feel like if you put the Eagles in the AFC East with the Bills, the Eagles would be the second best team in that division.
Not all the time. I feel like it would,
not all the time.
I feel like it would flip flop.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It wouldn't just be the Bills rub shot in the division.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like it would be a lot how Miami was running the division like majority of the season, and then at the end the Bills would take over. I feel like that's how it would be.
No, I think it will be every other year. The Bills win the division, the Eagles.
No,
win
I'm
the
not
division.
saying who would win the division. I'm just saying how
it would stack up.
How it would stack up. Like you would just be like, oh damn, the Eagles finna run away with the division, and then the Bills come up, or then it'd be flip flop like the Bills running division. But I think if the Eagles were I was going to say the East. If the Eagles were in the AFC, I feel like consistently they would probably be the third best team, personally speaking, behind Buffalo and behind the Chiefs. I think they would consistently beat the Ravens. I think they would consistently beat the Bengals. Personally speaking,
I think
they would be middle of the road.
Every year, if the Eagles were in the AFC,
they would. If in a 5-year span, this is what I'll say. In a 5-year span or a 4 years, since we'll stick on the 4 years. In a 4-year span, I would say the Eagles make it out one time
in the Super Bowl.
Yes, to make it out, or we'll say 5 years. We'll five in a 5-year span. I say the Eagles make it out if they were in the AFC one time. Personally speaking, with how it's stacking up now, I would still give Mahomes 3. I would give the Eagles the other one, and I would give the Bengals the one that they did get. That's what I would say. Because in some capacity, I feel like the weakest team out of those 5 teams is the Ravens, and it's mainly because they don't have the passing prowess of the other teams.
You think the Bengals aren't better than the Ravens?
I'm saying because of the passing prowess.
The Bengals don't got the defense for it.
The Bengals got to Super Bowl passing the ball. They did what they had to do. Ravens get in situations where they have to pass the ball and they can't.
Okay, I agree.
That's why I say that.
So here's my okay. In a 5-year span,
they only get out one.
If the Eagles are in the AFC,
they only get out one time, in my opinion. And my humble, maybe twice, but I would give.
Okay. I agree with the one, but I don't think the Chiefs get 3.
The reason why I say the Chiefs get 3 is because they've had home field advantage so many times. That's the only reason I say that.
So here's
that's the only reason I say that.
In that 5-year span, I don't think the Chiefs. If the Eagles are in there, I don't think the Chiefs has home field advantage all 5 years.
I'm not saying all 5 years. I'm saying 3 of those years, the 3 years that they have home field advantage, they get there all 3 times.
No, because the Eagles have proven they could beat Arrowhead. They could beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
But that's when in the playoffs. That's my point. They've never had to play the Chiefs in the playoffs at Arrowhead.
Correct. But the Chiefs never had to come to Philly.
No, I agree. I definitely agree with that. That's why I say 3. That's why I say 3.
Well,
because no team in the AFC has proven we can go to Arrowhead consistently and beat them in Arrowhead. Correct. No AFC team is proven.
Here's why I'll say I'll give the Eagles 2. Because I'll give them 1 win in Arrowhead.
I can't do it.
And there's one other year.
I give them 1 year where they have full home field advantage, and then another year where they have to beat probably like the Bills or fucking the Bills or the Bengals or the Ravens.
So here's why I don't think the Chiefs have home field advantage because, and like for example,
I don't think that they have it all 5 years.
But here's the thing. So right, I don't think so.
I think
in 5 years,
I think one of those years, y'all have it, and the Chiefs have to go there, and they get their ass busted by y'all.
I think it's 2 because it's going to be okay. For example, the 1 year, right? I think out of those 5 years, the Chiefs, we get there. I feel like if we have home field advantage, we're going to the Super Bowl. So I feel like we get there twice, and the Chiefs will get there 3 times. But the reason why we get there twice is we beat the Chiefs, and we beat the Chiefs in Philly. And I feel like what would have happened is
so in that 5 year span, right?
Mm-hmm.
To say what I gotta say, in that 5 year span, y'all are in the Bills division. How many times do y'all win the division?
3.
Okay, 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I get right there. 3 times, right?
Yeah.
In those 3 times, what I'm saying is, all 5 times the Chiefs win their division, and they have a better record than y'all. That's what I'm saying.
And this is why I disagree.
That's why I say that, because I feel like in that division, if y'all was to replace, we'll say the Patriots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or who else is in that division? The Patriots,
the Jets.
Well, y'all replace the Jets. We'll say y'all replace the Jets, right? I say in a 5 year span, right? I give the Bills 2 years, I give y'all 2 years, and then one random ass year, the fucking Dolphins win the division. One random ass year because of injuries, because of all this other shit. But all 5 years, I give it to the fucking Chiefs. And because the Chiefs have an easier schedule than y'all, that's why I say those 3 times, they'll have a better record for y'all to have to go there. It'll be those 2 seasons where y'all win the division. I think y'all go crazy, and the Chiefs just don't have a good record.
I don't know. I really feel like, well, I guess we'll never know, but I really feel like if we was in the AFC, we could take one from Mahomes and Arrowhead like the Bengals did.
I don't know.
If the Bengals could do it, we can fucking do it.
But they did it passing. and that's my point. I think that's where it all comes back to, is that they did it passing, and even then it was a close game.
I'm not saying it won't be close.
And I think the other point to that other side to that is, yes, y'all did it passing and y'all did it in the Super Bowl, but it's different. It's different when you got to play at a motherfucker.
True, I agree with that, but also, right?
It really is.
So here's the thing, right?
Especially in the playoffs.
Here's the
regular season is different.
Mm-hmm. So especially in the Super Bowl, right? Like, if you want to be realistic about Mahomes has won, but Mahomes hasn't really played well in any real Super Bowl. He's thrown a pick in every Super Bowl. He's down at
least. He won, though. That's what matters. Winning cures all, bro.
He does. He has won. But that's the thing, though. He gets the credit for where Jalen does it. When he won, Jalen was like, oh, it's because of the defense. People forget. Mahomes is down 10 every fucking Super Bowl. The defense got to make stops in every Super Bowl.
To what you just said, that's going to prove the exact point that I was trying to tell you. He's been down 10 and he's came back every fucking time. He's had a lead, a comeback. So that shows more on him as a quarterback having to come back than as a quarterback leading from ahead. It's a fucked up stat, but that's some real ass shit.
I can agree and disagree, because he had to have the defense to hold it down.
No, I agree. I definitely agree with that. No doubt, I definitely agree with that.
And you want to know why they got blown?
He has to still do his part.
And you want to know why they got blown out against the Eagles? Because the defense didn't hold their part.
The
Buccaneers offensive line.
I'm not disagreeing with
but
you.
Yeah, I feel.
I'm saying if you're down, you still have to have the offense to come back.
Okay, I will put it like this. I'm in it like this. If Mahomes and Hurts is in the same division, it's going to sound crazy because it's not the same. But their rivalry is like Manning and Brady, but it's more even. Because I can see Mahomes going in the Arrowhead and winning. I can see Mahomes going
Brady record. They was even. It's just the playoffs that Brady was getting his ass killing fucking.
Correct. And this Eagles team, like, right, Allen and Lamar, I feel like they come up short because they are scared of the Chiefs' mystique. I don't think the Eagles are scared to go in Arrowhead in the playoff game and to beat them. Like, it's not to where, like, because when the moment.
I don't think they're scared. They just don't have the fucking tools to do it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Who? The Eagles?
No, Buffalo.
And I don't think the Ravens do either. Well, the Ravens did.
Agree.
The Ravens did. What the Ravens fucked up was.
Ravens have never had that.
The Ravens, the year the Ravens lost in the AFC Championship game, they got away from what was working. You decided to throw the ball and not give it to and not run it.
I agree.
That's what you should have do. That's why I feel like the Eagles will win, because we're going to do it passing, but the run is going to open up the pass, because we're going if you take away Saquon, we're going to throw the ball, and then we're going to bleed you. We're going to bleed the clock out.
Like I said, I feel like Hurts is ranked where he needs to be ranked.
We're going to see second week of the season, because I really feel like second week of the season, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a comfortable win.
It's still early, though. Second week of season.
Yeah, but
the season to me in the NFL really don't start till week 4.
Yeah, I can understand that, but
that's when you get over your first wave of injuries.
True, but that's gonna be the marquee game. It's gonna be a Super Bowl rematch, and I feel like for the Eagles more so than the Chiefs is to prove a point that last year wasn't a fluke, and I feel like we win by at least 13.
13 is so subjective, though. But I agree. I understand what you're saying.
But we'll see. It's going to be interesting. But all right, y'all, man, that's the Tailgate Talk. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube. All that's going to be in the subscription below. Normally these episodes won't be this long, but I knew I got the right guy on for this one because I knew you would disagree. I think I did make good points, though, and you made good points as well. But I feel like this year Jay is going to show better with his arm, and that's going to put him in universally top 5. Because really, after the first 4 is locked. Even though Burrow I have questions about. But after that, 5 through 10 is subjective. But I just feel like he's a better quarterback than Baker. Definitely Herbert. It's still early with Jaden. And at this point of his career, I will put Hurts 5, Stafford 6. Then Goff. Then Baker. Then Jaden. But also could flip because Baker done the both games that Baker played the Lions, he's 1-1. He's not the reason they lost that divisional round playoff game. He played very well.
I will say this, right? if Jaden Daniels has the same season he had last year, this year, Hurts bona fide cannot be a top 5 quarterback because he wouldn't even be the best quarterback in his division.
If you're saying they both had the same type seasons,
I'm saying not him having the same season, Jalen Hurts. If Jaden Daniels has the same exact season he had last year, and he just shows that he's just even level.
I gotta disagree because I feel like Hurts is gonna have a good of a year, if not better year than Jaden.
But it's not about Hurts. It's not about Hurts in that. I'm saying it's about Jaden. If Jaden has the same season, then it's like at that point it's like Jaden Daniels it's solidified of like this is who he is. This is who he's gonna be.
Okay,
that's just my opinion.
We'll see.
Like,
I want to see what happens if they.
Because that's my opinion on top 5 quarterbacks is that it's subjective, but it's not subjective when I make this statement that I feel like you can't be a top 5 quarterback and you're not even the best quarterback in your division. So that's kind of like that comment right there is kind of like that's really a comment aimed at Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. That one of them can't be in the top 5.
Mm.
Everybody else is the best quarterback in their division, but that's the only division with like bona fide 2 killer fucking quarterbacks, bro. 2 of them. You can kind of say the NFC North with Jordan Love and Jared Goff, but everybody else has a top dog in each. Like
here's
division,
the only reason why I disagree with that, because before the realignment, Manning and Brady was in the same division.
No, I agree.
And you can't sit there and say,
I'm saying that's why I say it's a subjective statement because I just personally feel like you can, but it's hard to say 2 quarterbacks in the top 5 are both in the same fucking division, bro. That's hard, bro. Unless you just have 2 quarterbacks that every fucking season they're both going like 14-2 or 14-3, however many games it is this season or per season. Unless they're both winning like over 13 games.
So kind of like what Goff and Darnold did this year.
Yeah, but Darnold, he just had a fucking spectacular season. It's not nothing consistent, but
I think it would have been honestly if he had stayed there, because Justin Jefferson makes any quarterback look good. For real.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna look good with JJ McCarthy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I
think he's still gonna get his numbers, but I don't think it's gonna look good.
Nobody thought it will. He's never not had 1,000 yards.
That's easy.
Or at least I think he's never had at least anything less than 1,500, and he hasn't had good quarterback play.
That's easy if you're the number 1 target. If you're the only fucking option as a quarterback, no matter how bad I am, I'm gonna throw you the ball.
That's not true because when Burrow went out and you had Jamar Chase in there, Jamar Chase and Higgins got hurt, he wasn't getting them numbers.
Who?
Jamar Chase. That year when Burrow got hurt, and then they had what's his face?
That goes to scheme though. Truthfully speaking.
So that's the same thing. Because you're scheming differently now.
I'm saying, but that goes to scheme as far as like a receiver. It's easier to guard a receiver than it is to scheme. It's easier to scheme for a receiver than it is for a quarterback. Because a quarterback has the full range of the field. A receiver is subjective to what the quarterback throws to.
Okay.
Because as a quarterback, I'm not gonna throw to a motherfucker that's guarded by 3 people.
All right, y'all. Till the next one.